Welcome to The Short Score, your weekly update of roping news from around the industry, where you can find the latest on the sport from the pro rodeo ranks to the jackpot world. I'm Taylor Vollen, and I'm your host. Welcome back to another episode of The Short Score. It's your host, Taylor Vollen. We've officially reached the NFR finish line, and boy, have things gotten interesting. Coleman Proctor and Logan Medlin picked up the round 9 win for $33,687.18 a man with a 3.8 second run, and that moves them to second and third in the world standings. But because they also sit fourth in the average, Proctor is now your projected world champion as of round 9, and Logan is now reserve. But remember, it's not quite over yet, so we recommend you head over to our site to stay up to date on how things are shaking out. But for now, enjoy this conversation brought to you by Professionals Choice on their win in the world standings race. Well, it's that time of year again. Are you ready to boot up? Our friends over at Professionals Choice, which is the leader in equine leg protection, want to thank you guys for your support with big savings on all Professionals Choice leg gear from now until the end of December. If you're like us and in Las Vegas for the NFR, you are in luck and you can stop by the Professionals Choice booth, which is booth 3011 at Cowboy Christmas. Or if you aren't here in Vegas, don't worry, you can visit any Professionals Choice retailer in-store or online. Either way, you get to enjoy an instant $20 rebate on all 4 packs of sports medicine boots and $10 off any 2 packs of boots. These savings also include Professionals Choice therapy offerings like ice boots and Theramic combo wraps. Make sure you boot up and protect your equine athletes and save big, all with Professionals Choice.
This is the reality.
Yeah, don't look at what you guys were very demure walking in here tonight. Like, as much emotion as you guys had in the arena, it was very muted for Coleman Proctor. Logan, you were normal. But what was going through your mind walking in? Is it becoming real that tomorrow you're genuinely roping for a gold buckle?
No, I'm excited as always. I don't know.
Are you bored with us?
No, I try to stay even keel. You know what I mean? That's reality setting in that, this is a dream come true. It's what we've always been wanting. This is why we work so hard at it. Those moments like tonight when there's doors opening up and your team's great enough to step through there. So, I'm not surprised, I guess, would be the best thing. Is like I'm just figuring this is part of the process because I know we've worked hard enough to put ourselves in this position, and I'm very grateful that we have an opportunity tomorrow night to do some really cool thing.
How do you feel, Logan? What's going on? What's going through your brain right now?
Honestly, very thankful. Like Coleman said, there's been a lot of, like every team out here, but there's been a lot of highs and lows in the whole season, let alone this week. But to just think back to the all-night drives that you drive, hadn't won anything in 2 weeks, and we were driving all night to go wherever, and just to know that all that was worth it, to know that you weren't just beating your head against a post, that it actually had some meaning to it, and just all the effort that's been put into it, not only by us, but the people that are with us all year. My family, Tiffany, his family don't get to go, the sacrifices they have to make for a summer, for their dad to be gone, and it just to know, to have this opportunity to rope for something that means so much is amazing. But it wouldn't have been possible without the people that were behind us, for sure.
How much does it mean to you to be in this position on Drago? Because I didn't see that happening.
I know.
Wow, didn't see that happening? I would have been shocked if it hadn't happened.
No, it didn't. I didn't see it happening. You getting on Drago because Cantina's so great. But how special is it to be in this?
Trying to make me tear up now. No, it's that's a straight God thing, really. It's been a long week, and it's been a great week the last few nights. But to get to come back to him, I haven't rode him in the last couple years, and man, it's just like he's never skipped a beat, and that's a straight God thing, because I didn't really know if I'd ever get to ride him here, and so I'm just very thankful.
You're trying to make me tear up.
I'm sorry.
I want to add this. The coolest moment that I can ever think back to at the NFR, I wasn't even a part of it, but I had done a show and Ryan Motes and Aaron Sinegenny are on it. and it was the day of round 10, and I'll never forget. That's like they hadn't seen each other since the night before, and I'll never forget Moti looking at Cinnamon and saying, hey, tonight's the greatest night ever. We get to go just as fast as we want to go and see if it happens. And they win the round maybe, and that was the year Jenny wins the world. And, the rest is history. But it's funny because that moment, stepping off that stage and those two talking, has always stuck with me. And that was long before Moti and I roped, and that's long before all of it. So it's so cool to get to live a dream like that you saw happen once for somebody else. Man, y'all gonna make me cry.
Anyways, sorry, horses, I guess, will make me cry more than anything.
Aren't they easier to deal with than guys? Let's just
so
be
much
real.
easier to do. There's nobody that can say that more than me, yeah. But, Coleman, what's the next 24 hours? What are you going to do for the next 24 hours?
Well, thankfully, I've had a busy schedule out here in Vegas, and thankfully it doesn't slow down much. I think I got some obligations tomorrow to some great people that stay behind me and have stuck behind me for a long time, long before really I probably deserved any support. They were believers, and so I'm going to go represent those brands tomorrow and visit around and see the people. And what's been so great this year is all the fans that come by, and they tell you how much they believe in you, and they just encourage you so much. And that's been really good to hear all week, because there's times this week I needed encouraged. There was times this week that I needed to get off my chest what I kind of thought was, inadequacy. So it's been great to all the people that have been very supportive of me. It hasn't felt like any pressure. And I think the biggest thing is, I've said it before this week, when you're a believer and you think it, it's already written, and we're just sitting back and enjoying the ride, man. This has been a good time, and this is certainly already some memories that we're going to, think back on a lot. Because no matter what buckles we win or how much money, the number one thing we're always going to have in the back of our mind was these feelings, these emotions of standing that crowd up. The moments like tonight, whenever you had opportunities and you stepped through it, those memories are going to live with us forever, and that's what we're after.
What about you? What's your next 24 hours going to be like?
Cameron really wants to go swimming tomorrow, and so I bet we're going to go swimming. I've got just a little bit of signing to do, not too much. Just hang out with the family. That was going to be the plan before, and that's honestly the way I would want it to be. I'm not going to get too busy, too wound up. We'll probably go hang out, do a little swimming, and just spend time with the family.
Now let's looking ahead a little bit to tomorrow. When you ride in the alley, do you have a game plan? Are you going to have somebody telling you what you need to do? Are you going to, I know that's there are a lot.
I don't know. I haven't ever been on this stretch over before. No, I think the number one thing we're going to do is just keep sticking to what we've been doing. And, I'm probably going to watch it right up till about 5 or 6 before I'm up. I'm going to walk back and talk to Tiff, who's probably the most important person to me in that alleyway at that moment. And she's going to look at me in the eyes and say, take a breath and relax. We're going to talk over my swing thoughts real fast. I'm going to tell her I'm going to find the target, charge her front. I'm going to find the target, and I'm going to rope it, lead it, and finish it. And then I'm going to step on. She's going to give me a sign to do good. And I'm going to ride forward, probably take that rope across my back 3 times like I've been doing every night, pull my hat down tight, and then just go give them heck.
Jake Long is in the hunt still.
That's awesome.
That's cool, huh?
That's a lot of fun, man. I tell you what, that guy's been one of the greatest healers out here ever since he first started coming. And, it's so fun because, we've roped with each other, against each other, and always supporting each other, our whole lives. So it's fun to be doing it on the biggest stage and the biggest moments in front of the biggest crowd.
What is Drago's day going to look like tomorrow? Is he going to are you doing any therapy with him throughout the day? Does he get out? What's his plan?
Mason, the kid that helps me out here, we get him out and move him around a little bit because that's kind of what he needs. He doesn't need to be standing still. Whenever he gets, the hardest part on him out here that I've kind of realized over the last couple of years is whenever he gets out here and gets in a stall and has to do a lot of standing. Because at home, he really gets around really good, and that's what always makes me bring him out here. And then we get out here and it's not as like it has been. But we've been getting him out a couple times a day and just moving him around, and but he doesn't require a whole lot. Like as far as when we saddle him, I mean, he don't have to get rode very much. His sucker, he's been with me so long, and he knows the drill. He's the easiest horse to get prepped. He's what spoiled me for so long that now with other horses, it's like, Man, I wish they were all like him. You can just pull the cinches on him and get on him if you want to. But yeah, he's kind of a little bit like Heisman too, in the fact that right before game time he gets his old blood pumping, and so really riding him around is not a whole lot of fun because he's a little on the muscle. And so shoot, you can just chill and you can just let him be as chill as he wants to, ride him up there. When you're next, he knows it's game time, and he's just a winner. I think that both of these horses are just, for lack of better terms, are just winners, and they fit well with each other, and it's awesome that we've had them both at the same time.
Yeah. What's Heisman's Day going to look like tomorrow?
Man, Tiff comes out here early. She gets on him early. She rides him. She gives him a lot of Outlast cookies. I know that. She rewards him a lot, tells him how great he is. You know, they do a lot of therapy on him throughout the week. I've been very fortunate that our horse chiropractor was out here. Her friend Desi's been doing the AccuScope on him about every other day or every day. And, you know, of course, I've got my Beamer blanket, and we've got nebulizers. And he's standing on one of those pads that I stole from my wife that she uses for a barrel horse, you know.
Barrel racer of you.
Absolutely, because I'll be honest with you, man. I think Clay Tryon said it best. You don't care about the ground or the boxes until you start, you know, spending a lot of money on a horse, and then it makes you pay attention a lot. I know how valuable that sucker is to me, and I know that I wouldn't be in this position without him. So, I mean, he gets the top of the line treatment. Honestly, he gets more rest and therapy than I do. You know, he eats a heck of a lot better. I know that. And so, yeah, she'll just take care of him again tomorrow and have him prepped and ready to rock and roll. She warms him up. She does all the stuff. I might step on him once and remind him of my buttons whenever I'm going to ask him to finish. That's kind of been working the last 5 rounds of, you know, communication with him. But, you know, for the most part, man, he's Tiff's baby. She takes care of him, and I trust her 1,000%. And I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't be in this position without her and my lovely wife.
Very good, guys. Thank you.